Okay, this is Brent, and we're looking at our trading system, and I'm going to try to make a real quick video just to kind of point out what it is. Stocks have a tendency to do one of a couple things. 80% of the time, they have a tendency to just kind of go sideways like this. And when they're going sideways like this, you're not making a lot of money. Now, there are certain stocks that have a tendency to trend, meaning to go in one direction or another more than others, and we're actually looking at one. This is USO, which is oil, and it has a very strong tendency to trend, whether it's trending up or whether it's trending down. And this is where we can really make a lot of money. A lot of funds can't make money, mutual funds can't make money, or it's difficult for them to make money as the market's going down because of the nature of how the funds are set up. But we can make money when the market's going up and when the market's going down. Now, there's this channel that basically is the centerpiece of our system. And what this channel does is it takes the average price for a certain number of days, and it will take that average price for a certain number of days, and it'll say, okay, well, this is the average width of the trading range, the volatility for that particular stock. So it will change with each stock that it encounters. That channel is adjusted a little bit. So there's another two concepts that we have in trading. One is called oversold and one is called overbought. And this is where humans make a lot of mistakes and lose a lot of their profits. We could see this stock, oil, going down very badly. But at what point as a human do you know that this is oversold? Well, we know it's oversold here, and it made a little bounce. So do we cover our short, and this is the money we made from here to here? Or do we go down a little bit lower and say, okay, well, we think over here? The beauty of this system is it's automated. It's going to tell us when to cover the short and allow us to catch the entire oversold trend. And the same thing occurs with overbought. If we back up a little bit and we see the uptrend, we have an uptrend where it's above this channel and it's considered overbought. So this is where we want to buy and be long. And over in here where it's not doing anything, we don't want to be in the stock or in the market. We had a quick short over here. We use money management to any mistakes. There's going to be mistakes all the time. There's going to be positions that don't work out. So we use money management to cut these little mistakes, so they're very little losses, between 1 and 2% maximum of the portfolio value, and that allows us to catch this big winner that we see here that went from approximately $66 to $114, and then we catch it from $114 down to $24. All of that is profit going up both ways, going down. The stocks that we're going to avoid, and I hand selected the watch list not to get great performance or to show great performance, but to have stocks that have a tendency to trend and strong trends, right? So stocks that are fooling around near this channel or inside this channel, we won't be trading them. We're only going to be trading the stocks that are overbought or oversold severely. So we have our watch list, and we're going to I'm going to show you a quick back scan. This gray period that you see here of time, this is our testing period, which is 2 years to date, which includes a lot of the bear market. We're not just testing USO, we're testing the whole watch list. Okay, so we simply push update, and it's going to go ahead and it's going to back test for that period of 2 years. Okay, and it's done. Here's our watch list up here, trending trades, and with high PEs. I like those. If we look at rules, we'll see there's a buy and a sell, and there's also a time period. We're trading on a 1 day time period, and you can see our start date 10/6 of 07 and our ending date 10/6 of 09. So we just shut this down, and I'm going to show you the results. We start with $100. Okay, we have 3 lines. We have our watch list equity line. This is our trading system. We have our watch list buy and hold line. That means we take the $100 and we split it evenly between every stock in the watch list. We buy it at the beginning, and at the end of the test period we sell it. In this case, the money is divided among all open trades. And then what we have is the watch list, this versus buy and hold. Okay, so, and then we have one other thing down here. We have our symbol equity line, which is the same. This is our actual trading system. Symbol buy and hold line, if we were just to buy it at the beginning of the period and sell it at the end of the period. And then we have how our system did versus buy and hold. So the first three lines are for the watch list, and the last three lines are for the specific symbol that we were looking at, which was USO, oil. And I'm going to pull up a pointer, and we're going to get the exact information that we need. We started with $100 over 2 years ago, or 2 years to date. That $100 became $256. So that is $156 we made during the 2-year period. The buy and hold came in at $73. So out of the $100, it lost nearly $27. We did about 3.5 times better than buy and hold in the market. And then we have our symbol equity line. So we started with $100 in oil, and at the end of the period we made $350. So you can think of this in terms of percent as well. 100,000 to 350,000, 1 million to 3.5 million. And then you can see what oil did in that period. From $100 went down to, it would be worth about 60 if you were to buy and hold. And we outperformed buy and hold by almost 6 times. That gives you just kind of a brief rundown, and I've tested this over all kinds of periods, and it's pretty amazing the results that we've seen with this system. And I want to point out one other thing to you as well. We're going to look at our equity line. If we look at the buy and hold, we see the equity line kind of is dipping off, takes a major dip, and then it goes up a little bit over here. We have a pretty good straight uptrend. We have a pretty good equity line that's not seeing a lot of drawdown. And even with the symbol equity line, we see that it was going up, and then we see where it lost money. And you can see in our system, it's going up, and when it went down, our system went short. And we have a fairly consistent, with not too much drawdown, equity line there too. The watch list is part of the secret. There's no money management whatsoever that we're using here. The money management principles are very important. We're not using them, so that's going to add. One other thing is that we have specific indicators like my 3C. This is a proprietary indicator that I developed. If this was a healthy trend, this price in green here makes higher highs, the indicator will make higher highs, and we see that happen up at this point. When we make the ultimate high, we see the indicator is telling us that we're seeing distribution. And you can also see where we get a very positive divergence. Now that occurs over a long period of time. With this system, we break it down, and we can look at hourly, we can look at half hourly, and we can really pinpoint down to even down to the minute what we think this particular stock is going to do. Price is moving down, the indicator is moving up. This is showing positive accumulation. Smart money was buying, we got the rally. At the top of the rally, we're not making any more higher highs. This is where we want to get out. And then you can see price moving down from there. So my point being, we can tweak exits and the entries a little bit to get even better pricing, which is not something that appears in the back test. And money management is not something that appears in the back test. And the trades that we take are not something that appear in the back test. I want to make a trade with a stock that has a pattern that has a reasonable expectation of going like this or going like this, because we can make money no matter what, if it's going up or going down, as long as we're on the right side of the trade. That's what this system does, and the results are phenomenal. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. Thanks for watching.